Hi, welcome to the podcast The Hidden Truth with me, Hope Hanbury, and my co-host Lexi Nixon. Come and join us where the women are right.
And the men are wrong.
Today we'll be speaking about a couple conspiracy theories that me and Lexi have, compiled up, and we want to debrief and analyze them. So,
Slay.
up on the list we have Illuminati, Princess Diana, and Area 51. So we should, excited.
Area 51's gonna be my favourite, I'm just saying.
There's going to be a lot to it. Okay, so first up is the Illuminati. Now, how we've done this is me and Lexi have both chosen a conspiracy theory that we've gone off and researched. And we're coming back to each other with the facts and their evidence and, stories and, everything that went down.
Yep.
And we're basically going to tell each other and we're going to debrief and analyse it as the other one doesn't know much about it. So that's what we're going to do. So starting off with the Illuminati, I've chosen the music aspect of it because to be honest, like with the Illuminati, there's so many, big Hollywood places and like genres and stuff that are inside of it. It's too much to unpack. And so I've decided to go with a certain, direction with it. And I chose music because...
And also, there has been a lot of celebrities coming out and saying some bizarre stuff about it.
We have mentions of that, actually.
We do.
Yes.
Look forward to it.
Look forward to what's coming up. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to talk about was the amount how the Illuminati likes to expose with subliminal messages and like hand signs and stuff, specifically in the music industry. Because if you look in, celebrities and stuff who star like actors and stuff, they don't really, here and there you'll see them do certain sign hand signals, but it's not a lot of the time. Normally it's in the music industry. And a couple of those things would be something like the OK gesture, which is where you put your hand up like this to your eye.
Like that.
Like a 666, yeah. And obviously we all know the 666 is a
Devil
satanic devil symbol, yes.
My birthday.
Which is obviously tied in with the Illuminati. Now Illuminati it's a big thing. It's basically said that whoever is running basically the whole world with media and, entertainment and everything, which basically consumes all of us. Basically everything you consume is supposedly ran by the Illuminati and these big hierarchies and everything. But yeah, so they like to have signals that they will put on to people to, show into their music videos and their shows and, their talk shows and everything. So that's one of them. And another one is the all-seeing eye, which is sort of like a pyramid with an eye in the middle.
Triangle.
The triangle. And they put their eye in the middle of the triangle made by their hands. And typically we know this one to be put with the Illuminati. If you look onto the Illuminati like logos and stuff, a lot of the time the main figure for it is the pyramid with the eye inside of it. So it's sort of recreating it. And then the last one is a UFO shaped as a sort of like triangle. And that one's not used like as much, but it's still used. And a lot of celebrities use these things. And you'd be surprised because there are people who, like Doja Cat and, like Lil Nas and all that, who will be very upfront with their satanic beliefs and, their Illuminati conspiracies, whatever.
Kanye West as well.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can't wait to get
He's
to
a
it
big
in minute.
one.
Yeah.
He says a lot.
But there are also just normal, really big singers and, entertainments and producers and stuff that do add this quite a lot and you just don't see it. Some people like Rihanna and Lady Gaga and Beyonce and Jay-Z, they have used it so many times in all their shows. There are so many pictures of them using these specific hand signals and signs. And it's actually crazy. Yeah.
Bit creepy.
Yeah, so that's basically like the backstory of that. And I'm going to give you a point that may sort of like debunk this theory as to why they do this instead of them just being in the Illuminati. And a lot of the time people will say, who want to debunk it, is that these specific artists and stuff who do this have been told to do this by their managers and by, their media managers and stuff to purposely push their, work out onto bigger audiences and get people talking, get more money, get it out there. But I feel like, it seems like a realistic sort of proposal, but also, I mean, the Illuminati is real, man.
It is real. Also, there was apparently there's always this big party thing, including most of the Illuminati people, and you get invited once you become a big person.
I think a movie came out about that recently.
I don't know. Somebody spoke about it though. Someone did speak about it and told them that they got invited to it, and there was like loads of big people there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
just big people.
Crazy in that, but so that's like the debunk sort of theory. But then again, I guess you could rebunk it with the fact that, you know, Lil Nas X and Travis Scott and Carti and
Carti.
Kai.
Oh, I thought you said Cardi B.
No, Carti.
Cardi B.
And where they are very, very obvious with their like satanic and Illuminati beliefs and stuff, and they will quite literally, like when they have like shows in real life and stuff, they will put up on the boards in front, like behind them and stuff, like devils and satanics and, you know, symbols that all tie in with the Illuminati or be known to represent it, which is pretty crazy. So what are your opinions on that?
I think the Illuminati is real.
So you don't believe the debunk theory, you believe the actual theory?
I believe the actual theory.
Okay, yeah, so that was subliminals. And then a lot of the people who have come out, the reason why I find it really hard to not believe in it is because of how many celebrities, actors, musicians, producers, all these entertainment people have come out.
Or tried to come out.
Yeah, or tried to come out.
And then go quiet.
Yeah. About, you know, their experiences or things that they've seen and witnessed, and, you know, just like they've obviously been around. And big artists like Jim Carrey, Kanye West,
Jeffree Star, even
Jeffree Star, Kanye West, and it feels like, I mean, you could say a lot of the people who have come out are not very reliable sources considering, you know, their mental states and stuff. But I feel like that could just be a whole stitch making them look mental because you know that's what they do. But they've come out so many times, and mostly Jim Carrey. He says it in most of his like talk shows he goes on and stuff, exposing the world and exposing the Illuminati, and it's really scary.
It is quite scary. What if it was real though? What would you actually do?
There's not much you can do.
I'd run.
Where? They control everywhere. They control the whole world.
Nah, not me.
Not you.
They couldn't control me.
But yeah, that's the theory.
Kanye West has spoken about it. Like, he always like posts on his Instagram like private messages or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he takes them down like the next day.
Yeah,
I think that's quite suspicious.
It is, and like, I mean, I've seen so many like posts like come up on my feed within minutes of him posting of these, you know, things directed towards the Illuminati or like the big governors and stuff, and even people in his own life just exposing them because he's like sick and tired of it. And yeah, he does have mental problems, but I think Kanye is still like he
still tells the truth.
Yeah, and that's why he looks crazy because no one nowadays is into the truth. No one wants the truth. Everyone prefers the fake.
They prefer the fake reality.
They do, and that's what we've been sort of like secluded into believing and stuff. That's our new normal.
Yeah,
and so he looks crazy, and I think you couldn't really do anything if the Illuminati is real. You can't do anything.
No,
it's too late now.
It's either you join them or you know, you're cut off.
Yeah.
This is what Kanye West said. He said, Cardi B is a plant by the Illuminati. She literally replaced Nicki Minaj purposely.
Honestly,
he posted that.
Do you know what? I honestly kind of sort of agree with that.
Me
because
too.
Nicki Minaj has obviously been like a historic fucking figure in the pop and rap industry. But honestly, since Cardi B came out, they obviously had a massive... When Cardi B came out, Nicki Minaj was still pretty big. But nowadays, I don't really hear about Cardi B that much anymore. But there was a great period where she had you know, she was very popular and people were actually listening to her and stuff, especially with Megan Thee Stallion and all that. But at that time, I literally didn't hear anything about Nicki.
No, that's what I was about to say. I forgot she even existed.
Yeah, until she came out with a song with Ice Spice, but that only ran its course for about a week and then it just died down again.
She came out with a song with Ice Spice?
She did. You didn't even know. Yeah, she did. She has a song with Ice Spice. And I think Ice Spice is also a plant in the industry.
Oh, I don't know where she came from. She just kind of plopped into the world.
She didn't come from anywhere. Yeah. I think she's a plant in the industry as well, I won't lie.
Me too.
But yeah, that's the theory, and it is very scary. And I think there's so much more evidence pointing towards it being real rather than it being fake. And so it's just kind of hard for me to believe the debunking theories, even though, you know.
It's such a
that
hit or
crazy.
miss.
It is.
It is.
Anyways,
Moving on to the next subject.
next subject.
What are we talking about next? Princess Diana. So, what are your thoughts on Princess Diana?
You gotta tell me about it.
Oh, right, yeah. So basically, what I did was I kind of just wrote the obvious because
I do know certain facts and pointers about it, but I do know certain facts and pointers about the whole situation that I do find pretty like, creepy and suspicious.
it's very suspicious. But then when like you look at it from like just a normal citizen life, you do think it's a normal death.
Well, I mean, I don't know because, I mean, it's kind of hard to look at it from a normal citizen's death because she wasn't a normal citizen's death.
No, she wasn't.
And
She was a
Yeah,
goddess.
she had security with her all the time because she was that big in the world. I think she's one of the most photographed women in the world. I'm pretty sure.
I heard a thing that it was like when she broke up with King Charles, that the royal family didn't want her to be that big person that wasn't in the royal family. And that's why they killed her, because she'd get all that popularity. But she's not even in the royal family.
Well, there are many reasons as to why they would have killed her. But yeah, I think for me it's really hard to look at it from a citizen's point of view because obviously her being her, she had security with her 24/7.
No, yeah.
And she had a bunch of paparazzi when they were in the car and they escaped into a dark... I mean, it just happened coincidentally to be a dark tunnel with no cameras at all and a very, high-speed tunnel, which is kind of weird because in any high speed sort of tunnel or like anywhere on the road, high speed is gonna have cameras, which is a bit weird to me.
That is weird.
And then she mysteriously just died somehow in a crash in that tunnel, and it's just like it's just a bit weird because especially if there were like paparazzi and stuff like all around her minutes before.
She was actually she was actually alive before she died though. When she got in the car crash. No, but when she was found in the car. When she was found.
Wow, breaking news.
When she was found in the car, her boyfriend at the time, his name was Dodi Fayed, and him and the driver were dead, but she was actually still alive.
Yeah.
And then she just died.
And she had it's supposed it did come out, it's true. She had a she was pregnant with his child. And they killed him They killed her and him because they didn't want apparently a mixed race child with the royal family, and they also didn't like it just because she was marrying another guy. Not only was she marrying after divorcing King Charles, but she was also marrying a non-white person. So
To be fair though, all the royal family are white. That's really concerning.
Sarah and Meghan.
Yeah, Meghan.
Meghan
Well,
Markle.
they left the royal family,
Yeah.
so fuck them.
Wonder why. Further proving our theory.
Rumour has it that Diana and Charles were apparently... Please shut up. Rumour has it that Diana and Charles were not in love and they were forced to marry in 1981. And apparently Diana and Charles both cheated on each other.
Oh, that's
And
so
then
true.
Diana divorced him. Like, Diana divorced him in
That's-
1992.
That's so true. They didn't like each other at all.
No.
And they did because he obviously married his mistress. He married his mistress and she married another man who she was also cheating on him with.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of controversy
Controversial.
controversy
I don't know.
controversy
Not very
around
smart.
this whole situation to do with everything.
Yeah. Also, can we talk about the fact that the ambulance stopped for 6 hours before her death?
Yeah.
They stopped.
To me, that is crazy because someone so powerful and someone so in the public eye, that ambulance should have got there straight away.
No.
It wouldn't have been stopped.
Sorry about that if you can hear that
We're
stupid
gonna have to cut that
piano.
out. We're gonna have to cut that out.
Shut the fuck up.
And what was it? Yeah. So, and it's the same thing that happened with Michael Jackson. He died, and the ambulance stopped halfway through and just didn't go. And then they waited. When normally ambulances they are priority. They go on the road,
Yeah.
and everyone stops for them. No, they wait. I think it was for like some sort of like. I don't know why they stopped, but they stopped for a reason, but they could have definitely gotten there faster. And the same happened with Diana. And it's crazy to me. That was definitely planned because someone so big.
They let her die.
Yeah, they let her die. And you, like, someone as powerful as that, someone in the royal family, yeah, I think the government would not want that person to die. They would be like, you get there now. And so it's super crazy to me how it just, it took 6 hours.
Especially because the royal family have more power than anyone else in this country. They could do anything. They can just chop your head off. They can come to your gaff, chop your head off.
The royal family could have easily been like, right, shut the roads down, clear the roads out, let this ambulance through. They could have done that within an hour? No. They just chose to do nothing and wait 6 hours, which is crazy. That's so unrealistic.
It's so long. Also, I've got a question for you. Do you think Queen Elizabeth was involved in it? Because I saw after her, death, she wore Diana's dress.
Yeah.
And paid her respects to her, and
I think I have two answers to this, both very contradicting. I think number one, it was a theory how she was the person who, like the plan, like she was the genius, like she wanted this plan to go ahead. Like she created it. She was the one with the problems. She didn't like her at all. And all that was a front for her, paying respects and everything. But then also you see so many clips and stuff of them having a nice time. And I get, obviously the royal family, they're going to have amazing like media, what's it called? Like how to act in front of the media and stuff. And like edits and everything. But I mean, I'm because they did have a lovely relationship. I don't think Diana ever like said anything bad about the Queen, even though she probably wouldn't have been able to. But I think she still had a big enough power. If she wanted to, she could.
Diana had too much of a big heart to speak bad about people.
Yeah,
this girl literally crossed the whole field for miles to go see with these children that had rabies. Now that is commitment.
Yeah, she was a lovely woman. But
going off topic.
I think in the other retrospect, she did actually like her, and she did actually pay her respects. And I think, King Charles is King Charles. He's a very stubborn man. If he wanted that to go ahead, the Queen had no say. That's her son. So
I think that the Queen probably was involved in it, or she knew about it.
Yeah.
But she didn't really, say her word on it. 'Cause you can tell she did like Diana, Princess Diana. Yeah. But it's also quite sus. She was the Queen at the time. Yeah. Protect your friends and your family, please. Next time.
Yeah, protect and speak out.
Would be good.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's the theory. And there are so many like link ways it can go down, but I think my very stand one is the royal family definitely did it. That's what I believe. Yeah. They definitely did it.
It can't be the paparazzi didn't even know where she was at the time.
Yeah, no. Well, no, but they knew it. No, they were escaping the paparazzi, which is why they went down into the tunnel. But I think,
yeah, but
it's
they
very
didn't know she was in France. Well,
it's very ordered to order hits of paparazzi onto people. Like a lot of celebrities will do it themselves. They'll be like, oh, by the way, I'm here. This place come paparazzi me, and
begging for
it.
They
They drove down the tunnel to get away from the paparazzi. But I don't know. I'm not gonna say I think it was the Queen's complete thing to go head to head with it, but it was definitely someone in the royal family who ordered that.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace, Princess Diana. You were a soul.
Yeah,
you were a gem. Proper gem.
Yes. What's we got our last theory?
We've got our last theory, which is the one we're most excited for, I think.
Area 51.
Area 51. This one's really interesting, I think. Very interesting. It's can we talk about the first one where there was a phone call to a radio station which is called Coast to Coast AM from a former worker of Area 51. He was called Art Bell, and he called on a telephone box in the middle of nowhere and said he didn't have much time and he saw aliens from different dimensions.
Yeah.
But after a few minutes on the phone, he lost his signal and he wasn't seen again or heard from again because he said people were after him.
So I actually heard this recording, and I mean, if we're able to, we might be able to put it in here. But I listened to the recording. I've listened to it so many times, and it's honestly one of the most terrifying things I've ever listened to. And I don't think it is actually quite fake, because I remember it being on a radio station and it came out as a big thing when it actually happened. Yeah. Like, I don't think that it's just like some sort of stigma that someone's made up randomly and just thrown out into the world. I genuinely do believe it. And the guy sounded terrified.
He did. He was out of breath, and he was a former
Yeah.
worker, for starters.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, and they were chasing him down, which is why he was in the telephone box, I think it was. And it is. I mean, after when you hear that line cut, like just the end of it, and you hear like the blankness of the call, it is.
It's suspicious.
Yeah, it is like chilling. It is bone chilling.
I want to know what was
eerie.
he doing in the middle of nowhere at that time?
Well, he was running away from them.
Yeah, but where? Like, what was he
Just
doing?
running away from them. That's what he was doing. He couldn't go anywhere. He couldn't go home or anything because they know where he lives. They were chasing him down, and he was running away from them. And he knew he was gonna, probably disappear or die. So he found a telephone box where he did what he could, and they obviously the line cut, and he.
Sad.
It is very eerie, and it really does creep me out.
Think about it now, though. If he did speak up and that line did not cut out, we would have known so much more about Area 51, and that's what really shocks me, to be fair.
He said they were doing, what was it, experiments on people?
Experiments on people, aliens. Apparently they had a range of spacecrafts. There was this guy who was an electrician there, and he walked in, he saw a bunch of, aliens and other spacecraft stuff.
It is very, and it's like, the Area 51 is ran by, like, the most highest people in the government and stuff, the whole hierarchy. So if you do try to come out and say something about it, they literally have all the power in the world to just, like, completely debunk everything. That's why it's so hard to believe, because no one's going to believe in aliens. No one's going to believe that you have aliens on Earth and spacecrafts and stuff, and you're just here doing, like, projects and stuff. But I think I think they think a lot of people are more dumber than they think, than they actually are. And, we do hear these things, and even though it's very easy to believe that it is a theory, or this is like a fake call or something, or fake evidence, or fake post that someone's written just because they're bored. But, I mean, there is so much evidence anyways pointing towards that it is real, that it just makes it even, like, realer.
What brings me back here, I think, okay, don't make me sound dumb here, but I think the Illuminati and the Area 51 kind of budged together.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
They budged together because they're such big, like, theory things.
And Jeffrey Epstein, yeah.
Yeah. I think they're all just kind of working together,
It's the government.
It is the government. All government. Rishi Sunak, if you're listening, leave. Go away.
And do you know what's really weird to me as well is that all these, Area 51, Illuminati, all these things are all mainly surrounded or based in America. Mm-hmm. So America, sort it out.
Yeah. And sort your gun thing out too. Make them illegal.
That's a story for another day.
That is.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is really eerie, all of it though. And I think we as a society have given too much power to the government that now they just do what they want.
They do.
And there are so many, think about all the things we don't know.
There'll be a lot. Oh, there'll be lists.
No, I mean, yeah, I know, but like think about all like the deep dark things, because like Area 51 is something that like it's hidden away for a reason.
Yeah.
They don't want people to know about it. They don't tell anyone about it. It's very off close and stuff, but we still have, pointers towards what is going on there. But think about all the places and all the things that they have and are currently working on or have worked on in the past that we have no clue about.
Yeah, they also have armed guards walking around 24/7. Like, these guys don't have a break. They just walk around.
They base it off as a military base.
Air Force testing.
But it's like
military.
There are so many places which I'm pretty sure the White House has less security and stuff.
Yeah.
Around there, like
probably.
Which is like why that's the president of America.
I've seen videos of people sneaking in the White House.
Yes. And so it's just crazy to me how you're gonna, I mean, they probably spend more on the security there than they do like of the whole America conjoined. It's so hard to get into there. But I think, do you remember when people, I think somewhere around COVID or something, tried to break into Area 51 and they got a bunch of people to meet up from all around the world? I can't break it.
I don't think I've seen that. I think I've seen clips on TikTok maybe.
Yeah. So
climbing the rocks and that.
Yeah, they arranged basically a meetup once. I think this must be somewhere around COVID or maybe a little bit before. But they all met up and a bunch of not thousands of people, like a bunch of people met up from online. And basically, it was this big thing all over Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat and everything that they were gonna raid Area 51 raid. And
Good luck.
it was, yeah, good luck. It did fail. It did fail. Not many people turned up, but no, a lot of people turned up, but not many people as they said they was going to turn up. And obviously they failed. And I think that was so stupid of them to do.
No, yeah.
They didn't find out anything.
It just gives them more of a reason to like make it more security, like add more security. They probably have cameras in every corner. They could probably see you from miles away from Area 51.
They definitely have like landmines and stuff in there as well.
Also, it's in like the middle of nowhere, and it's always in the middle. There's like rocks everywhere, and it's like so far away. And also, apparently you could see like some UFOs, like stupid, but you could see UFOs. Not even like, it was just the shape. Yeah, I believe in UFOs. Yeah. Literally. You know, I see them outside my window all the time. I'm joking.
Shooting stars.
Yeah, shooting stars.
Just airplanes. No, but yeah, I think that was so silly of them to do. And I honestly, to be honest, if I had the opportunity to go raid Area 51, I wouldn't take it, because what would you do if you did end up managing to raid it and get in there and you see everything and like it turns out all to be true, or maybe even things that are worse?
Make a blog, run away, tell everyone, make loads of money.
I think you'd be scarred for life.
Maybe.
Because there are,
they test people.
Like, let's say that everything that, is speculating is real and that's all that's going on there. But if that's what's going on there, we don't know what they do to these people. We don't know how they experiment on these people. We don't know how they experiment on the aliens. There could be like whole new creatures that they've made. Let's go on a wind here and say
zombies.
They've done that. Yeah. Like, and if you see all that, I don't think the brain can comprehend all of that at once. No. I don't think you would be able to genuinely go on as your life after seeing all of that. I wouldn't want to do that. It sounds terrifying, and I'd hate working there as well.
No, so I also think that with the amount of, obviously we have loads of planets in this Milky Way and dimensions, so there could be creatures from everywhere, literally everywhere, and these government probably have them all locked up in test tubes, I think. There's like test tubes you see in science. Yeah. Yeah, they have them locked up in there and they start testing them, like with all the juice inside. Yeah. They're like...
Well, there was a thing, I think there was maybe like a book or a film that came out on it, but there was an actual thing that was proven to be right where, it was some place that looked like it was like Area 51, and it was this guy, and he had basically done a ton of experiments, like a ton on like loads of people, and they were like mind torturing experiments. They were like, I think, they were like mind torture experiments, and like you couldn't return back from that. And I'm pretty sure it came out to be real and stuff. And now it's like people go and like view it and stuff, but like they can't actually get inside, and it's like this big metal thing. And I mean, if that was true, imagine Area 51.
It's crazy though. How the hell do you think of stuff like that, and how do you make stuff like to test people? Like like all those machines.
That's why it's so secure, because they've got the best of the best.
They do. It's America. They have loads.
Think about how much money they've put into that, and we didn't even know what's in there. Wow. Probably more than we can ever comprehend.
More than any of us can. Yeah. Probably worth more than the whole of England, to be honest. Yeah. Just on one base. They have apparently they have about 7 floors underground in the basement of tunnels and passageways as well. And I saw pictures, but it's probably not the real pictures, but it's a theory.
It's really hard nowadays to find actual real
It's hard
things.
To know what's real and true.
Yeah.
And this is why we do conspiracy theories.
Yeah, this is why conspiracy
to convince you and to manipulate you into believing what we believe.
But so what do you think about that? Do you think it's real, the whole Area 51
I think
thing?
It's grey hope.
No, do you think it's real, or do you think it's fake? Like what?
I think Area 51 is definitely real. They hide it so much for it to not be like. It has to be something big. Yeah. They're hiding it.
Yeah, because why would you
It'll come out one day.
I get obviously like the government. I mean, the government obviously are very secretive anyway. But like, I don't think I've ever seen the government go to so many lengths, and so far
to hide
just to hide one thing. And I think if you're going to that length to hide something, it's making you more suspicious than if you didn't hide it as much as you do.
Yeah.
And I just think it's so crazy, and I think there's a lot of evidence anyway pointing towards it, where it's hard not to believe. Yeah. But that was our conspiracy
Believe
theory.
or not believe, women are right.
Women are right.
Women are right, men are wrong.
But I think that was a good conspiracy theory. I was definitely excited for that one that we just did.
It's interesting. Yeah. I wish we knew more about it, but we can't. We can't.
We can't. But yeah,
thank you for listening into mine and Lexi's.
Thank you so much,
podcast.
guys.
And we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
The next podcast.